Hello, and welcome back to Sounds of Her Love. Oh, are you gonna do that again? Sounds of birds chirping woke me up earlier than I'd expect to. My new alarm clock is quite good in that sense, but I find that I want to wake up as early as possible. It gives me time to get myself ready for another day, with today in particular being of enough importance for me to want to experience it. Today, a day which would have otherwise been a plain and generic day, is the day I take Carrie out on a date. Even though I never called it that, that's what it seems like. Her father even told me to take her out on one, so in a way, I feel it is. More importantly, this is the day I'll tell Carrie my feelings, the ones which I've had for a while, all without realizing them. Now, though, whenever I think about her, my heart races, energized by my passion, my desire to be with her. It's a strange feeling, one which I've never had before, but I embrace it. After taking the time to freshen myself up, which involves the usual morning routine of a shower and teeth cleaning, I make my way downstairs to have breakfast. So far, these are things I would normally do. They're unlikely to change as well. However, the only notable difference today is the keen smile I keep on my face as I continue to feel a rush of emotion. In the dining room, as you'd expect, my family are sat around the table. Well, my mother and father, at least. Unsurprisingly, my sister is either in bed or slowly waking up. Joining my parents at the table, I reflect on the situations Carrie had found herself in. She may not be able to experience having both parents with her, but now she can finally stop worrying about leaving one for the other, especially when she doesn't even like her mother. I still don't know whether her father's told her yet. I should be able to tell when I see her. A sight I look forward to. What are you so happy about, son? Isn't allowed to be happy? Why do you have to question him? I'm not questioning him, woman. I was just asking why he's so cheerful. But it is questioning me. Still, I feel as if I should answer him. I don't mind telling him why I'm happy, just as long as I don't have to be specific about it. I'm going out later. Instead of intentionally badgering me for more information, my father refrains and revises me with a quick stare before giving me a small smile. Alright, son. Strange. Is it because I told him I was going to Carrie's house the other day? I don't know. That would give him a good reason not to ask me whether I was going with the girl. He already assumes I will be. Neither of us continues speaking, giving the opportunity for my sister to rather abruptly sit down beside me. As expected, it looks as if she's had a bad day already. Her lethargy is all too apparent as it contrasts with my upbeat mood. She really doesn't do well in the mornings. What time is it? Look at my watch. I realize it's about time I left. Even though my sister goes to the same school, I find myself leaving earlier than her most days. Of course, I've had even more of a reason for doing so recently. It's almost 25 past. Shouldn't you be leaving then? Yeah, I should be. Getting up, I grab my bag and head towards the door. My sister, still in her typical monotonous voice, calls out to me one last time. Tell the girl you're meeting I said hi. How does she know about Carrie? Well, we did kind of ask her about a girl the other day, so maybe she has the same assumption power as Dad. Still, I don't have time to question her. She does go to the same school as me, so it's more than likely she's seen me hanging around with her. Something I haven't thought about until now. See you later. Ignoring her request, I make my way out of the door. Despite being a bit late leaving, I should still get there on time. It's an emotional drive that's pushing me forward. My pounding heart, my anxiety, the light sweat on my brow as the morning sunlight meets my face. All of these symptoms of my longing for Carrie, my love for her. I couldn't see her sooner. The late September sunlight shines down upon me as I stroll down the street with passion written into each step. It's autumn, though to me it still feels like summer. The frivolous attitude people can have towards life really kicks in at this time of year. At least for students like us, anyway. Since we follow a Western curriculum, the school year had only started a few weeks ago. Nobody's really taking it seriously. To think that I experienced this after returning from the summer break. Being able to walk with a slight pang of nervousness as I go to meet the girl that I've grown to love. All with my heart beating in a lively rhythm as I get closer and closer to the point in which we'll meet. To the point where we first met. The continued walk brings Carrie into my sight, causing my heart to speed up as I watch her diligently play with her clothes as if trying to make herself appear presentable. One thing which is made apparent is the distinct change of her style. Her hair, rather than being done in the cute braided manner which I've become used to seeing, now flows downward towards the floor, each strand glowing in the morning sun. The notable pair of glasses she seems to be missing The notable pair of glasses she wears seem to be missing as well. It's a striking contrast to how she normally looks, but isn't that if I haven't seen her like this before? The talk we had in her bedroom is all too memorable. As I approach her, Carrie looks toward me with a smile, rather than expressing surprise at my appearance. Something about her seems different, disregarding the obvious change in image.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You look nice, Carrie. I struggle to get the words through my mouth as Terry stands right before me. It wasn't like this yesterday, but now I know these feelings thoroughly, sharing her overwhelms me.
Thank you. I wanted to try something different.
Ending her sentence with a beam of happiness, Carrie looks towards me as she holds one arm with the other. It's almost as if she's nervous as well, both of us sharing the same feelings. Looking over her again, I feel as if this look suits her as much as her braids did. Admittedly, she did look cuter before, but today she seems just a little more mesmerizing. Maybe it's because of the affection I carry for her, but I know seeing her like this is something I will enjoy. That's as she keeps the look. One thing is on my mind, though. How are you supposed to see without your glasses? It's called contacts, Paul. Carrie blushes, looking down at the floor in embarrassment.
I'll wear them in school. It's just that I'm a little short-sighted is all.
Oh, she didn't say contacts?
I can see fine. That's all that matters.
Huh. Her final line sends a flood of emotions through my mind, causing me to feel flustered, an expression which connects the two of us. Carrie looks at me timidly, though I can feel something in her eyes. Is this the difference? Did he tell her?
Shall we get going then?
Yeah, let's go. The two of us walk side by side, something which we'd usually be doing. Now, however, I feel that bridge between us has gotten shorter and shorter. The days when Carrie was away, feeling sad, are now behind us. Her newfound happiness seems to give me enough of an indication that she knows she no longer needs to feel troubled, that she has a future here. Today I plan on crossing that bridge, the bridge to her heart. The final minutes of class soon approach, my heartbeat acting as a metronome as time continues forward, soon to face the lunch bell. I haven't been able to think about anything but Carrie all day, after seeing the cute wave she gave me after we split up to get to our respective classes. I've been dying to see her again. Upon hearing the chimes that mark the start of lunch, I stand up quickly enough to gain the attention of several classmates around me. I don't have time to be concerned about it, though. The more time I spend here, the less I spend with Carrie. Walking out of the door, I expect to see her cute face waiting for me as she usually does. However, in the corridor stands only the usual crowds of students waiting for their friends. Carrie isn't one of them. Instinct tells me to check her classroom, taking me down the corridor toward their room. I could have sworn that some of the people back there were in her class, though.
There you are. I thought I had missed you.
Carrie approaches from behind, startling me slightly as I assumed she would have been in her classroom rather than trailing after me. Where were you?
Oh, sorry. I was in a call with my father. Shall we head to the cafeteria?
Weirdly, Carrie seems even happier than she was this morning. It's strange. I would have assumed that Mr. Irwood had told her earlier, given how energetic she seemed when compared to yesterday. However, now it's like facing a Carrie filled with a newfound spirit. Just what did he tell her during that call? Carrie and I turned down the corridor to begin our time together at lunch. She still carries a beam of happiness across her face. It's a nice sight. I'm used to seeing her smiling timidly with a blush. If he did tell her, I would have assumed she would have told me. Or maybe not. Carrie doesn't even know that I'm aware of the custody issue. So maybe that's why she hasn't said anything. Either way, I'm glad that Carrie is finally free of worry and can be happy again. The only issue now is to get closer to her. Close enough for her to hear my feelings. As we enter the cafeteria, it's hard for me to act calm. My mind continues to spin whenever I looked in her direction. It shouldn't have taken this long to get to the cafeteria, but maybe my sense of time is flowing ever so slower. It's hard to act calm around her now that my feelings are in control, and given that there are no issues stopping our hearts from binding, it's just a matter of time before I let them out. Going by her father's words, she must be feeling something too. She must be forcing herself to act with passion, as if to make an impression. It's not really needed, but it's cute to see her do so. If her father can be trusted, then us coming together is an inevitability. Eventually, school ends on a rather usual note. If it wasn't for my outing with Carrie, I would usually be feeling pretty apathetic at this point. During lunch, neither of us really spoke to the other, despite Carrie's prior confidence. I think inside both of us know that getting our feelings out is going to be a difficult task. Hopefully this date can provide the groundwork for us to forge our relationship. The school bell rings, pumping up the speed of my heart. I now face something I wanted for a while, something I've longed for. Hopefully I can get it done effectively. Hopefully I can bring us together. Outside stands Carrie, waiting for me as usual with a slight blush on her face. She knows as much as I do they're about to embark on a journey that'll change us. It's whoever gives in first that'll truly set things off.
Shall we get going?
Yeah. I never told her where I wanted to take her. All I said was, would you like to go somewhere with me? Hindsight tells me that choosing something for us to do just to set an atmosphere would have been a good idea. However, I think that neither of us really care that much. We just want to spend time together. Starting, I slow pace through the corridor. I feel something grasp my hand. Did she really?
Sorry! I got used to you taking me places like that.
Oh! Nervousness strangles my voice. I can't get anything out. Part of me wants to take hold of her hand. Part of me wants to tell her right now, I love you. Something is stopping me from doing it. Something stopping me from moving forward. We arrive in the center of town together, after spending a long period of the journey passively giving each other an occasional glance. An awkward but somehow enjoyable atmosphere, one that's always been between us. There's never been a moment where I haven't enjoyed spending time with her. It's just now that there's a lot more attention on that very R that crosses between us and our hearts. The late afternoon sun provides a canopy of tranquility, the two of us remaining silent as we look towards one another. I'd love to know what she's thinking right now. It can't be any different than what's going through my mind. Carrie is the one to break the silence.
Well, we're here. What should we do?
Although I was the one to invite her out here on the advice her father gave, I still have no idea as to what I should do with her. Anything that involves spending time with her I'm bound to find pleasurable. Is there anything you wanted to do, Carrie? I think I just about managed to control the uneasiness in my voice.
I just want to spend time with you.
Both of us have come to the same conclusion. We really don't care what it is we do as long as we do it together. Carrie blushes at her own statement, causing me to feel a sense of warmth inside. This feeling is usually described as having butterflies in the stomach. They must be going pretty crazy then. Each second we spend together causes me to adore her more, a deep sense of affection flowering from the seed she had placed in my heart. Okay, should we go for a walk? Carrie nods her head, looking at me with a sense of emotion. Her eyes are fixed on me, though I can't deny mine being fixed on her. We start to walk again, making our way further into town. Carrie's golden hair flows down her back, ruffled around periodically by slight breezes passing. It makes her all the more attractive. Our unplanned stroll together takes us to a part of town famed by students as the date spot. Numerous couples can be seen enjoying the view of the city, instances of people falling in love.
I want to tell you something.
Carrie walks ahead of me, quickly turning back to face me with a reddened face. Instead of directing her eyes away as she normally would, she locks them with mine.
I wanted to thank you for being there for me. Recently, I've been going through a lot.
Words flow from Carrie's mouth, a river of emotion with the source deep within her heart. I have a feeling as to what she's going to tell me, though I appreciate being able to hear each and every word. The experience I knew she had gone through, told from her own perspective, in her very words.
You knew things weren't going well with my parents. They were going through a divorce.
I nod in response to her words. I don't want to interrupt her.
My mother wanted to take me away. It hurt me. I thought I'd have to leave my father. I thought I'd have to leave you. I didn't want to do that. And now, I'm happy. I was told I was going to stay with my father. I'm happy because I finally get to tell you.
Carrie once again lifts her eyes, looking toward me with a sense of embarrassment on her face, her feelings released from her heart. Inside, it makes me happy. Wait a minute, did I skip something? I love you! It makes me happy. One of us was bound to let our feelings known to the other at some point today. Now that it's finally happening, parting me feels content, overwhelmed with the emotion of love, both my own and Carrie's.
It's been like that for a while.
Oh, she's so cute!
You gave me the opportunity to speak to someone, to feel this way. That's why I had to tell you.
Carrie stands still, almost frozen as she breathes heavily. I watch her tremble slightly as she continues looking in my direction, playing with the end of her hair as it rests down her side. A small gust causes her skirt to flap around, quickly pushed down by her left hand. Now that she's reached out to me, I feel as if it's time to do the same, to tell her how I feel. I'm happy, Carrie, because, well, I love you too. Carrie looks up in surprise. Her face still reddened, shines in the afternoon sun from where she had been sweating from nervousness. After spending time with you, I realized what it is I was looking for. I was able to find something in those moments, the moments I've enjoyed. That's why, Carrie, I want to thank you too. Both of us, here together, have managed to become different people. Before, Carrie was a timid girl. Her feelings, her thoughts, locked inside because of bad experiences. Being bullied, her parents going through a divorce, all of it was painful for her. To think that she managed to find something in me, it's a wonderful feeling. On the other hand, before I met her, I was just a new transfer. Nobody really showed much of an interest in me. Meeting her gave me the chance to connect with someone, to change my outlook on life. That's why I'm glad I met her.
I'm
Oh,
so happy. I can't believe it.
don't worry, you're not dreaming. Carrie smiles at me. A smile more than one of simple gratitude. It's one filled with love.
I'm glad our feelings are mutual.
Me too. I was going to confess to you today, but you beat me to the punch. Oh, so cute. Over the past 2 weeks, we've managed to form something together. It's a short amount of time when looking back, but I don't think I'll ever forget the events which have brought us together. From meeting her by chance on the street to being able to fall in love. It's a cliche, but it's one which I cherish. Both of us are happy. Happy that we were able to make that connection. Now it's time for us to move forward, to forge a relationship. The events that troubled us are now in the past. What we have to do now is clear. We have to be there for each other. An easy task considering how much we enjoy spending time together. In the end, we're glad that we were able to hear one another. The sounds of our love. The girl I love. Carrie.
Thank you.
Sounds of her love. Develop. Okay. Well, that was, I guess, the good ending. I don't know that there's an even better ending than this. Amber Burial. Yeah. Okay. I will be going back and seeing what's different in future episodes, I guess, when I make the other choices. I have no idea why the game asked me a birthday for a character. It didn't ever come up that I can recall. Maybe if I had chosen a birth date between, when between then and the end of the game, fall, whatever, there would have been something special happen, but I guess I picked something that was earlier in the year. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to play. So look forward to what happens when I pick other choices in Sounds of Her Love. Bye.